And welcome to more conversations with the average black man. I am Timotheus. I'm here with my co-host Morphine. Where's the rest of
Welcome, welcome. We back at it again.
Yeah, we took a bit of a break, but we back. And we want to have an open panel to everybody. Let me get the what you call it ready to put in the comments. Put the link out in the comments. Today's conversation and our topic today is going to be about music and how music impacted society and society's impact on the music. Do you think that music today's music is just crazy, or has it always been this way, or well, what's going on?
Well, I think that music always had its own identity. I just think that it's more of a thing right now, and I think the people are being able to assess it, get to it a lot faster. So it's way more opinions, even the underground stuff.
Yeah, it's for me. It's I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of the society is shaping the sound, and at the same time the powers that be, the record labels, are creating a demand too. 'Cause,
For that sound.
yep.
I mean, some people want music to be about love, happiness, and not so much the reality that others are dealing with. I think in this climate that everybody wants everything to be covered and put in a closet and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with this day of music, everybody want everything to be in somebody's controlled environment, should I say?
Well, I just think there's a lot of hypocrisy and double standards going on because a lot of us in my generation be like, oh, the sexy reds and the Cardi B's and all, but they, before there was them, there was Little Kim and Foxy Brown and Trina, and you know what I mean.
Right,
And before them there was Millie Jackson, and before Millie Jackson there was Lucille Bogan in the 1920s and the 1930s. You know, saying they had Two
right.
Live Crew and all of that type of stuff.
Like we
So
always had something, and if anyone that's watching wants to say that was in a controlled environment, no, that was mainstream. Shoot, we could
uh,
go back to the 1930s about the how vulgar music was. I mean, in
that's
my
that's
opinion,
what I
music
said.
always been vulgar.
Lucille Bowen. That's what I was saying.
What
Let
you
me
say?
see. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can share this before it disappears. So I'm not gonna play the music because of copyright purposes.
Hmm.
But it says how kids be like, "What are they listening to now?" I'm gonna share just a little bit though. That's what we was grooving to while we talking about sexy red in there. Yes,
Right. Grow with a little bit of that, and then be like, "Oh, what she's saying is just so horrible." I'm like, but it's always been that way. It's just I don't know what it is about her that got everybody so hyped. Even though I kind of think that what's that girl name? Sookie with the good cookies kind of got robbed because she kind of sound like it's the same music, it's the same vulgarness. It's just that Sookie is living what she said. We don't know if Sexy Red just pretending for the sake of clout and
yeah.
fame and stuff,
It's all
clout,
ridiculous to me. It's
all
all
that good stuff.
ridiculous. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to. It's my face. Oh, they won't share the Facebook. Never. Yeah, but other than that, man, I don't think really, you know. So do you think that like the rap music and all of that type of stuff today, you think it's contributing to crime? Do you think like stuff in Chicago is being fueled by the music, or is the music a reflection of the streets of
No, I
Chicago?
think the music is a reflection of the streets of Chicago. Like I said, a while back, I think that the drill music is a representation of what the hell is going on. They are committing crimes and making music about the shit they did. That is just straight up snitching on thyself. But I digress. Am I going to say that the drill music, is influencing them to do more crime? They got to do the crime so they can talk about the shit. So no, I'm not going to say that. But that's something that everybody wants to think. Everybody wants to think that music is just this gateway drug to crime. Like if you listen to this record, you want to start killing people. Like, no, that's not how it goes.
Man, it was a gateway music to getting pregnant back in the day.
Well, maybe.
It was a gateway drug then, In the 90s, it was a gateway to getting pregnant. Now it's a gateway to getting STIs and STDs.
Shoot, I don't even know if it's a gateway to getting STIs and STDs. Now with these freaking relationship podcast shits, they don't have nothing on music nowadays. But that's another show for another day. That's definitely another show for another day.
Ooh. Yep. You said
today's modern music.
Yeah, you said you have some videos to pull up?
I do. It's in our notes. See if I can pull up the notes.
It's in the notes. Okay. I'll be forgetting about the notes. Word to the mother. Okay.
I think modern music today is a reflection of what people like to hear, more so what people are living. That's just my final answer.
Oh no, we could play this one. The one from the 1930s, like we were talking about, Lucille. What's her name?
The one. Yeah.
That one might be a bit much, a bit merch. Just a bit merch. Let me see what else you got on here. Okay. This is our first celebrity show ever, man. So here we go. Out the gate.
What do you think about the current state of hip hop right now?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I had to sign in with Apple real quick. That joint was not.
You don't like this conflict?
Who's him? What's going on?
I think that if we didn't have this battle, hip hop would be in a bad shape. You know what I mean? I feel like it's in a bad state. It's in a bad space. And I don't know if we even be talking about rap right now if they wasn't dissing each other.
Wow. Okay.
We be talking about Taylor Swift.
Oh, we be talking about 2 million records. We be talking about something else. I just don't know that. It just rap is just in a bad space right now. It can come back. It's just in a bad space. So
what does it take to come back?
I don't know.
I feel like it's so diluted with multiple versions of the original copy. So
there's
you
a bunch
have
of
the
mini
original,
me's.
and then you have 10 versions of him. You have another person, 10 versions, another person, 10 versions.
It's like,
you see that?
It's like you got 10 versions of Wayne, 10 versions of Future, 10 versions of Thug. It's like,
I mean, it could, whatever it is, that it's just like I said, I don't even look at it being diluted. I just look at it being like it's not enough. People are not injecting enough content into the word itself, rap or hip hop or whatever you want to call it.
That was the most underwhelming.
I missed some of it. My connection was doing the bunny hop real
You
quick.
you didn't miss nothing. JD didn't say nothing. He couldn't even he couldn't even articulate the words he was trying to say. You know what I mean? But so I don't even know where he was coming from because he couldn't articulate what he was trying to say. He's just saying there's not enough people putting, into the word hip hop or rap. So putting what? Like I dig what the other brother was saying. You want me to replay it? You said you missed it.
Yeah, just one more again from me. Run that back, especially
right,
while we at 0 right now.
Huh?
I said,
You said
especially
what?
while we at I was I'm
You
also
looking?
sharing our live as well through other Facebook groups. You working out for me.
I'm looking for the fair use. Fair use at the bottom. No, we gotta have that.
Yeah.
What do you think about the current state of hip hop right now?
Do you like it?
No.
No.
I think that
You don't like this conflict?
well, yes, let me say this. I think that if we didn't have this battle, hip hop would be in a bad shape. You know what I mean? I feel like it's in a bad state. It's in a bad space. And I don't know if we even be talking about rap right now if they wasn't dissing each other.
Wow.
Okay.
We be talking about Taylor Swift.
Oh, we be talking about 2 million records. We be talking about something. We be talking about something else. I just don't know that. It just rap is just in a bad space right now. It can come back. It's just in a bad space. So
What does it take to come back?
I don't know.
I feel like it's so diluted with multiple versions of the original copy. So
Just
you
a bunch
have
of
the
mini
original,
me's.
and then you have 10 versions of him. You have another
Yes.
person, 10 versions, another person, 10 versions.
It's
Do you see
it's
that?
like you got 10 versions of Wayne, 10 versions of Future, 10 versions of Thug. It's like
I mean, it could whatever it is. That it's just like I said. I don't even look at it being diluted. I just look at it being like it's not enough. People are not injecting enough
into it.
content into the word itself, rap or hip hop or whatever you want to call it.
So
Where? Hold on. Where that's at? I got one of those. So there we go. My man couldn't even express what he was trying to say. They don't got it. Just don't have enough. We don't have enough.
what individuality? Like that's what he wanted to say. It's
I
not
don't know.
enough individuals. They all sound the same.
I only want to put his name because he didn't say that. That was the other brothers that was saying that, and at least they had a perspective to present. Because I can dig that. I agree. There's a lot of mimicry. It ain't like back in the days, everybody had a particular sound. Yes, I get, and that could be what it is. It could be that everyone has a unique sound style, and I just can't tell because that's just the sound of today. Because if I was to put on a song from back in the days, you would hear the difference. You know what I mean? Like you hear the difference between how music sound back then versus how
I
music
mean, you
sound
can
now.
understand the difference between Biggie and Tupac. They didn't sound the same, but you could also tell the difference between Little Baby and Dub Baby. Like they don't even rap the same. They may have similar names, but they don't sound the same. Their style is not the same. They flow and the cadence is not the same. So I don't know about that, but I will say this: that a lot of people, a lot of new rap artists, kind of do sound alike. Like I'm thinking I'm listening to somebody new and it'd be the same person, or I'm thinking I'm listening to the same person as somebody new. So I will say that a lot of the rap music they sound alike. He ain't never lied about that. But here's nothing I want to put out. When rap started back in the day, it wasn't a. I don't know if I wasn't born there, so I'm gonna just say I'm gonna assume it wasn't a bunch of rappers trying to come out at the same time. It wasn't oversaturated, so of course there were different sounds coming out because it was still a baby. I mean, rap is only what 100 years old, if that. I mean, hold on, wait, like 60
50,
years old, 50 years old.
50, yeah.
Yeah, 50 years old.
Yeah.
So it was still a baby back then. It just became. It's not even a senior citizen yet. Like
No, it's pushing senior citizens 50. It's older than I am.
Said it's
Let me
50.
see.
Seniors are 60 something years old.
Yeah, they moved
Nowadays.
that up.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can
they
find
moved
it.
that up. I got some on R&B as well.
I'm gonna play Crank Lucas right quick to give a visual what you call it. Shout out to Crank Lucas page. We're gonna hear the differences in style.
Crank Lucas. There once was a cluckhead who owed me $10. I caught him in the alley, so I grabbed him by his collar. I told him I would beat him if he didn't have my cash. He was shaking so bad, rocks was falling out his ass. You on my block, you better march on. Cause my pistol Pete will take you out the game like Marshawn. And if you survive, don't tell nothing. Cause I'll shoot you from the middle of the court like Bill son. Baby, what it do? Here your boy Cranky Danky, the opposite of lanky, smoking on that stanky, candy painted, sitting on them twanky. Got a white hot chandelier on my panky.
Hey.
Skeet on my back, skate on my act, skate on the hip, and dab on the nigga like, damn, dab on the baby, damn, dab on the teeth, skate on the choir, dab on the preacher, damn.
He ain't shit. He like, all I gotta do is say skeet. That's a hit. Yo, the 99-2000 song was the shit. I don't care what y'all say.
Did the internet turn off? What's going on?
Oh man, we having mad technical difficulties.
We having
Are you
technical
back? You back?
difficulties.
Yeah,
Oh,
you was freezing a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot,
Yeah.
Timothy, just a little bit.
Now that was an example to show how there was all distinct sounds, and it peaked, and even Crank kind of showed how it peaked between the 90s and the 2000s before the 210s. Like
The 2000s music wasn't bad. It was the 210s that was like, oh god, shit.
Right. And the 220s is the same thing. It's just an evolution of that. And see, that's the thing is, my personal opinion. You have to look at it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the bottom, like you said, it's a baby. You know what I mean? It's baby. It's learning how to crawl. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's doing its first little steps or whatever. Now it's running and all of that. Then up here, this is when it peaked. This was when it was its greatest. It's the greatest it could ever be. And then once something peaks, it can only go down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my personal opinion. Because it went from replaying basket on the basketball court is where you find me. You know what I mean? It went from that to multiple gunshots clear the block, the fun stop, snitches is calling cops. It went from that, then it went from that.
I still can't get over the Ice Spice fucking wave,
Right.
The bra. God.
And that's what I'm saying. It was what's your boy name? Lil Yachty. He the one.
Yeah.
I wish I could find that interview, and he said, "I don't gotta spit a 16 no more. That's over. You don't gotta have bars no more."
We got something in there about that by Lil Yachty. It's Joe Budden talking about what Lil Yachty said. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell you said, but can you say it again for the people? What did he say?
No, it was an interview from years ago, and I might have been on Joe Budden when he said that, like, I don't gotta hit a hot 16 no more. Like, that's over. Like, I could just get on the beat and be like, yeah. Oh no, this ain't it. This is more recent. This is something I ain't seen before. So we got the fair use scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, y'all just gotta deal with that.
That part.
See Lil Yachty's quote?
They wouldn't let me miss this quote.
No, they sure wouldn't. They added me about 100 times. He was at Rolling Stone at some type of event. And he said, hip hop is in a terrible place. The state of hip hop right now is a lot of imitation. It's a lot of quick, low quality music being put out. It's a lot less risk taking. It's a lot less originality. People are too safe now. Everyone is so safe. I'd rather take the risk than take the L.
I agree.
He can say that though. His shit is actually, his album
taking
this year
risks.
was great and it was risky. It was some different shit.
I want to know, has he said it to anybody?
That's what I want to know too.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Rolling Stone,
Listen,
you
you
had
live-
to take that same quote
Hey,
and
Yachty,
just say it to
man,
somebody.
you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, man. That's all.
You just say what we said.
Yeah, but he could say it.
Yeah,
he could say it. I can't say
It's very interesting that Lil Yachty would say that when I gotta find that, man. When he was the one that said, I don't gotta spit a hot 16 no more.
Is that a little contradicting to what he said in Rolling Stone?
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right. I kind of got that feeling after you told me what he said on one of the podcasts. And then I scroll up on his Joe Budden little clip, and what they're saying that he said on Rolling Stone is like a little contradicting, bro. So you say no one is putting in the effort. You rather take the L than, not be risky in the music, but you just told people not too long ago you don't got to. You don't have to do that to sell. You don't have to do that to be famous. You don't have to do that for the people to like you. So
Yeah, he said that years ago. It was an interview years ago. And
this is another thing I want to say about these artists, though. Like, artists like their music for different reasons than the consumer. So the consumer is always going to like the wackest song that you think is whack. That's the one they're going to like the most. And then the artists get mad, like, why you like this song? Why you want to listen to this? This is whack. This is not artistry. But that's what the consumer wants to hear because, in my opinion, that's what they're feeling at that point. They're feeling that part. They're not feeling what you want to put out. They feeling the whack shit that you don't think is good enough.
Right. And see, y'all know I got a homeboy that does finance, and we were talking about demand earlier, and he was saying, like, the thing about demand is that there is no demand unless you can create your own demand. So, like, where did this demand for mumble and all of that mumble rap? And they didn't even name it. That was people that named it mumble rap. But where did the demand for that come from? They created that demand. And the example he gave me was like, hundreds of years ago, there was no demand for diamonds to be an engagement ring or a wedding ring. They created a demand with marketing. If you got to buy and after so many years of marketing, us today now we see it as tradition. It's
right.
The tradition is to buy a woman or a diamond ring as an engagement. But they created that demand.
Right.
Same with the rap music, you know what I mean? Because when I was coming up, NWA came out when I was 9 or 10 years old, and there was a whole lot of other rap that was out around then too. Kool Moe Dee, LL Cool J, Run DMC, Will Smith. It was the list goes on. It was a lot of rappers. But it was the industry themselves that said, ooh, we're going to focus in on this because the public was like, oh, they cussing. And
or the fact that it was more relatable to, people that live in that environment more so than
the people that live in that environment. But that's the thing, though. The poor people don't buy records. That's never been a thing. See,
true.
I come from a time to where there wasn't this. There wasn't no, let me listen to your stuff on Spotify. Let me see what they sound like on YouTube. It was listen to the radio. That was your only source of music. Listen to the radio. Oh, that's let me go get a tape. You put a tape in the radio and you record the song. That's how you got a single. Wow. If you didn't have money to go buy the single, yeah, you recorded it off the radio. Wow, press record. Okay.
And then evolution happened, and they made CDs, and then they made CD burners,
No,
and that's
what I'm
how
saying is,
that demand came up.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the demand was based on what they put out because we didn't have access to it. All we had access
Uh-huh.
to was it was free. So we only listened to what was on the radio, and they played it so much that we started to like it. So even if a song came out and the song was terribly garbage, pump it up. See, I know that song because what they played it on the radio and it's drilled in my head. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I can say that about
All that
y'all guys' music is definitely like that. It was definitely pumped, really, really, really pumped in your head. I can say for my generation, we were the generation of walking past somebody and they like, hey, yo, check the CD out, or especially yo, listen, can you buy this for $1? This is my new single, my little my little EP. Like I could say that I walked past many of brothers or sisters trying to sell their songs or their music out the trunk of their car. So it was that became a little bit more easier accessible than old school. You want to make a playlist? You put the tape recorder in the boom box and you press record. You stop record when the commercials come in, and now you got a whole playlist. Now that's how it was before. Then we got CDs and CD burners. I think that's what gave birth to stream in my mind, but this is how like the modern day of streaming music was coming across. Let me put like
no
5 or 4
streaming
songs
music.
on the
Streaming music got born through Napster.
Napster. Oh yeah.
That's where streaming. Yep, Napster and LimeWire, all of that.
That's what I was about to say. But I remember LimeWire and taking music off of LimeWire, downloading it on a playlist, and burning CDs. I remember that. Shit, I remember the day where you couldn't even burn a CD without a CD burner. Nowadays, I said not nowadays, but I want to say by the time I was like 12, 13, the computers was coming already packaged with a CD burner where you could burn CDs and DVDs. So,
Daddy, how do you
know.
open this?
Hang on a sec.
So technology has definitely overcame and up people's ability to listen to more music than was on the radio or what they play or the DJs play. Because DJs at the time had the new music on lock. You wasn't gonna hear nothing new unless the DJ spin that. So I kind of think
that's why I dig what they were saying on that Joe Budden podcast. Is that like is it the oversaturation? Because I can agree, because back in the days, like I said, even with LimeWire and all of that, you still could only choose from songs of artists that you knew who they were. Because back then the only artists that we saw or heard were the artists that were put out by the record labels. Now fast forward to today, and anybody that got a phone, a laptop, and a microphone, and can start a YouTube account, and can can start a DistroKid account. So literally anybody and everybody can make music and release it. That's the difference. Before, when I was coming up, you had your little clubs, you do little club things. See if you could start a buzz or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now you ain't even got to do that. It's just you pay the money for advertisement. You pay the money to have your song pop up in the top of search engines. You know what I mean? And now, like I said, everybody's making all, like, there's a lot of new rappers and stuff that sound like I have never heard of it, never heard their music. Like the dudes that's been getting shot and killed, Dirt and Von and all. I don't think I've heard Von's music because somebody played it in the back chat one time. I don't think I've ever heard Dirt.
I never heard Von music till after he got shot. I never heard about Nipsey Hussle until he got shot. You know, like all these people that were doing things amongst the, I ain't gonna say the neighborhood, I'm gonna say amongst the hip hop sphere. They were trying to, especially Von was definitely making a name for himself. He had a lot of his music definitely was banging. Not in my personal opinion, but it was banging in people's ears. Like they were listening to it. And but I ain't know none of these people until they died. None of these people. And I don't even think if King Von was alive, I would have knew who the hell he was. I would have never knew who he was. I said he got mainstream, like super mainstream at that. Which is, I don't know how many times you was going to talk about killing real people in real life and become mainstream, but hey, you know, it's a new dawn, it's a new day.
But that's what I'm saying. At what point did that just become? Is that really what the popular sound that people actually want, or is that what the powers that be, being the labels, are pushing onto the society? Which went back to the question, like I was asking you earlier. Do you think the Chicago exists because that's the type of music the labels and stuff are pushing, or is that what Chicago wants to hear?
I think that's what Chicago likes to hear. And let's be clear. Drill music started in Canada. And it was talking about
drill music started in the United Kingdom. It's British.
Oh, it's British? Thought it was in Canada though.
No,
Oh, well,
British.
all right. Well, I know it didn't start here. Did not start here. However, the sentiments of drill music is still the same. It's not different. That's what they took it from. They like the fact that these guys were talking about the things that they doing. And here's another thing outside of drill music. A lot of older consumers are used to hearing music that one particularly lived or experienced. So am I saying that Chicago wants more music that is more relatable to the artist? Like you over here singing, rapping about drugs, money, and killing, and you ain't killing, rapping, and so not a damn thing. I think that's way more harmful than or saying you're trying to sell something to the masses more so than you talking your truth. But I do think drill music is very freaking taunting to a victim, like very taunting.
But I just think that's more of I'm lost because, like I said, it's kind of circular. It's kind of a circular argument because they're connected.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, it's like on the flip side, like right now, it's the era of the female rap artists, and what are they pushing? They pushing promiscuity. Not all of them, of course, but like what you talk about, what's your name earlier? She's not even saying words, and then what she doing? She turns to the audience and then make her booty clap, and everybody like, oh yeah, day, yay! Like she's like, you think I was? What she say? You think you the shit? You're not even the fart or something.
Or some shit. I mean, now listen, man. That was a kind of fly bar. I ain't gonna lie, but
that's a fly bar?
It was a fly bar for her. For a kid, yeah. It's a kid. That's like something my kid would say, and we joking and we having a banner. Like, it was cute.
Oh. That's like saying booty hole brown, coochie pink is a cold bar. No, it's not.
I didn't say it's a cold bar. I said it was a cute bar. It was a hot bar for her. Not it's a hot bar in general. It's a hot bar for her. It's very cute for her. I thought it was a joke. It was a cute joke. But let's speak on Sexy Red. That last song, I still like that song. I never liked the booty hole brown, but babe, I love you. I'm like, okay, this is kind of catchy. You know, it's kind of catchy. Tell them how we go together.
I'm like,
I liked that one. It's like I liked that one.
When it comes to today's music, it's like hit and miss for me. Like really, really, really hit and miss for me. Like I'm leaning more to the R&B side. Let me see what else you got over here in the notes.
I got the R&B side on there too. I got the R&B side on there. I think that a lot of older people don't listen to like anything that is not on the radio. Like I think a lot of us, my millennial or my age group, we listen to a lot of underground music. A lot of artists ain't mainstream yet. Is he paused? Did he pause again? We go together. Tell him we go together. Swear. Let's see. Is it my Wi-Fi?
Okay. All right, we're having technical difficulties today. All right, boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, bang. Okay.
All right, my bad. My bad. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty. I guess we must be saying something that the internet don't want us to say.
Yeah, I mean, I got all my bars, which is crazy. I don't even know why it's doing that.
I just turned off my VPN, and as soon as I turned off my VPN, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. You want to explain that to me later?
Yeah, so we had this in the comments, and yeah, I'm old, right, Richie? All right, let's see what what they got to say on what the internet has to say about R&B music.
The reason why I say R&B music ain't as good as it used to be in the 70s, in the 80s, and 90s, that was some good R&B. The reason why I don't think it's as good as it used to be because ain't hitting like it used to. That Cootie Cat ain't what it used to be. I'm telling you, Cootie Cat back in the 80s and 60s had to be on.
Them niggas they were talking about the same shit we talk about now. It just was that shit was in metaphors. Girl, can I be your candy liquor? Girl?
He's an old dude with a younger son. I'm talking about like them old school cats. Like the Temptations, the
girls ain't like that no more. I got 99 bros.
That's what I'm saying. The coochie ain't hitting what it used to.
Not like that,
you know how good coochie had to be when you would get 4 of your homeboys and follow a girl home and sang to her all the way to her mama house.
You know how
Earth Angel, Earth Angel. Would you be mine, my darling dear? I love you all the time.
Shit was just harder. So
I'm just a fool.
Them niggas started singing. Right? Like they started singing this shit.
But I dig what he was trying to say. They just saying it in their own terminology and vernacular. And they were saying the Cootie Cat just ain't good like it used to be. And I don't think I think they're attempting to say that, we don't live in a society where women are valued the same way. That's just me.
I mean, the kitty didn't change; it's still the same. I just think that I think that in my opinion, R&B music back in the day when they was doing following the girl home to that was the girl, that wasn't the woman. Let's just put that out there. They followed girls home because they were boys and sang it to them. Dating back then started a lot younger than what we promote right now. So there's that. And I also want to put out there that what?
I disagree. People still date in high school. I don't think that's no longer.
I said date. I don't think that is socially acceptable.
And there's a big societal difference too. Is that the reference that he made the 60s and the 70s? They grew up outside. You know, not everybody had a car. They walked to school. Their mama didn't pick them up. They wasn't taking Ubers to school. You know, we were back then. I was gonna say we, like I'm that old, because I grew up walking
First
to
of
school.
all, you temptational, brother.
But no, I grew up. Even in my era, we grew up walking to school, walking the girl home from school, all of that, putting the girl on the handlebars and riding her home. We had that too. So the connection, the interpersonal relationships, I think that we had back then, they don't have them now because of this. The anti-social media.
I mean, let's go back to my generation. I mean, since you're Generation X, I'm a millennial. We only after each other. I can't say in my generation we walked to school, but we were the kids that definitely got dropped off and things of that nature because, you know, the crack era and all that other good shit. So that happened. It's a lot of history that happened between men and women since, you know, the Temptation days to, let's say, New Jack City days. We're not going to talk about the current R&B right now. Let's just stay between the 1960s and the 1980s. Oh, I'm sorry, the 1990s. I think that it's a lot of history that happened since then. You know what I mean? Back then they had Jim Crows and shit like that. They had other things they had other chaos that they had to deal with than the chaos we got to deal with. And the chaos, when I say we, I mean us millennials had to deal with. We had to deal with our own chaos. And we had New Jack Swing. Like, first of all, that's my favorite time next to the 70s, because I swear I was born in the wrong.
So you saying that's a very stark difference, because y'all had love music. If you had New Jack Swing, you had Boyz II Men. You had Boyz II Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and right, because I'm Generation X. You said you're a millennial, so you're right after me. So you in that you in between like 81 and 89 or something like that. Being born in those years.
Yeah, I was born in 89. Cussed on the 90s kid. Cussed on the 90s kid.
So you was born 10 years after I was born.
Right. Welcome to the panel, Mr. Taylor.
Yo, what's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing?
All right. What's going on? Yo, I see you in the comments, so you already know what we on.
Yeah, talking about the music and all that.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it, G?
Honestly, man, I kind of agree with both of you guys, where I feel like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s had more better. Honestly, you want me to be honest? I think R&B was better back then because they didn't curse, if that makes sense. Like nowadays, they just dropping dick bombs, pussy bombs, all in the songs, and fuck this and fuck that. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, they were just real smooth with it. They were talking about the same shit, but it wasn't like so. How can I put it? Like so
vulgar.
Yes.
Yeah, and what you say is funny too, because they said F you in the a-hole, right? Back in the days, they had a song that said that. The way he said it was, all I want to do is zoom, and you boom, boom.
It wasn't in the 90s, it became vulgar.
No, it was vulgar. Vulgar has always been. Let's make this clear.
Right.
R. Kelly was vulgar. You said Jodeci was vulgar, but it was beautifully done. It's beautifully done. Do you mind if I stroke you up?
It's a conservative vulgarness.
You know, let me lick you up and down till you say stop. You know what I'm saying?
That was my joint, though.
Let me play with your body, make you feel hot. Let me do all the things you want to do. Just tonight, I want to get freaky with you.
No, my joint was my body all over your body, baby. That was my joint too.
Nah, my joint.
Y'all want to know my favorite song? It came out in the 2000s. My neck, my back, you know you can't say that on a John. But that was like my favorite vulgar freaking song. I don't even think she was rapping.
I'll take that song over any Sexy Red song. Kaya had a couple records, but that joint, I'll take that over any Sexy Red song.
I take that over. You know, it was vulgar, but she, you know, I don't know.
All right, let's see what my man's saying right here.
Oh my God, R&B sucks. Where are the love songs? What are the new wedding songs? We don't even have anything to walk down the aisle to. We don't have a song for the first dance. Yes, you do. But I hear you. So I made another one that I think can be that. Tell me what you think.
I promise I will never let.
All right, that's my man trying to sell himself.
Right.
Good try, boss. Good try, boss.
That song sounded though.
It's outdated. I'll tell you that from the jump. They got a wedding song. They got a song where it's strictly for the weddings, and it's more upbeat. I was telling Timothy is this the other day that hold on, wait a minute. Taylor, you got a little bit of a feedback. Are you watching while you're on?
No, I'm watching something.
So I was telling you this, huh?
You hear me now? Is it better?
Oh, it's way better.
Okay.
So I was talking to Tim, and I was telling him that oh no, it's still that feedback. Okay, there you go. When you want to talk, then just unmute, because we got another panelist that gave feedback too, so it's not just you. I was telling you a long time ago, Tim, that music right now is about dancing. If you can't dance to it, then it's not gonna, really hit the youth like it should. But I think that was always a thing. I think even from the 60s, I think that was always a thing. I think that's why James Brown got so hype and got so famous so fast, because it was dance music. It was music you could get up and be active on. More so than music you gotta sit down and listen to. Let's get to this vid though. Clickers.
Y'all, please be careful when you're singing the lyrics to these R&B songs, because these artists have really lost it. Okay, I think about this probably like every other week. This is like my Roman Empire, about how the lyrics to some of these songs are just like insane. And God already tells us how powerful the tongue is. So just be careful about the things that you're reciting and, speaking into existence. Because the first song that comes to my mind that I just think is absolutely crazy is the little Jhené Aiko, Summer Walker joint, I'll Kill You, where she says, I think y'all know it, I'll go to hell and jail about you, boy. Hell and jail? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Then I think about Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry, where she says, I would stop breathing if you told me to.
She feel that
Then
song.
I think about Faith
She
Evans.
capping.
Dang, what did she say? It was in Soon As I Get Home, or is it the other one? It was in I Love You. She said, you're the one that I live for. And it's just like, that's too much, And then I also think about Destiny's Child, Cater to You.
She lying.
My life would be purposeless without you. Like, I'm not speaking those things over my life. So, like, just be careful with these artists, because what they're saying is not law, and, like, it's not right just because they're popular and they're saying it. So just be careful what you're speaking over your life. And people love to say it's not that serious. It's that serious when in the Bible God tells you to watch what you say, because it's powerful.
She lying. She lying.
Yeah, welcome, Neo, the one, the only.
The
Neo
motherfucking one. I'm in full effect. You got Dio motherfucking One Love. Goddamn. In
One
full
Love is in the
effect.
building.
She lying. That motherfucker was lying.
So when it comes to that Cater to You song that she says, she just mentioned the sentiment that she got from the song. Because when I listen to the song say, look, you do so much for me, baby. Today is your day. And she caters to her man for that one day.
Hey, no. That's all you paid attention to the song. And you was waiting to say this the whole time you played. I'm saying the bitch was lying. She was lying. She was lying. Everything she said that wasn't good about those songs is what attracted her. She faking
To
the
the
funk.
song. Yeah.
It rung a bell in her mind, because I didn't know none of that about none of them songs she just mentioned. And I know y'all didn't. If you go back and watch it, while it was playing, I was saying she lying.
I mean, I know the lyrics to these songs. I just never
I don't.
look
Tim
like
don't. I don't think Tim do. I know this other guy down here at the bottom. I don't know. I'm not gonna fuck your name up, but yeah,
I know it Cater to You. The verse that she's talking about is Kelly's verse. I don't know. I'm a big R&B listener versus rap
I
music.
don't
So
know them songs like that. Like I don't know them. Like if you do, then I'm wrong. But I'm just saying, she was lying. She feel that way. That was a woman who feel every way of every song she described and sat there and tried to sell it to y'all like she's a changed person. She's delivered. She's not. She's not. She still feel that way. She just fighting against it. That's her goddamn downfall. What she was talking about on that video is her crack pipe.
So
Neo
Neo,
in the building.
do you think that
Yes.
the music today versus the music of yesteryears, we're talking about the 70s, we're talking about the 60s, we're talking about the 80s and the 90s, anything after that, is it a big significant change? Do you think that is worse, bro?
I don't know what, like, that sounded like a loaded question. But I'm gonna say, yeah, it sounded really, really loaded. I'm not gonna say none of that. I'm gonna say it's all rock and roll to me, man, even though you're a woman. But that's what Charles Manson said. It's all rock and roll to me, man. Like, it's music. At the end of the day, it's music. And we can do what the fuck we want. You don't have to listen to the music you can't stand. Booty Hole Brown, all that shit. Everybody was going crazy over it. You didn't have to listen to it. It got views because you hated it. You hated it so much that you kept listening to it. You didn't have to listen to it. You gave it strength by hating it so much that you kept playing it. Look at this. Everybody you came across the next day, you look at this motherfucker, and you giving it views. Look at
You're
this
giving it more
goddamn
clout,
song.
giving it more
Yeah.
clout.
You advertising, you marketing for it, and it grew because of hate. That song is one of the songs that grew because of hate. It grew out of hate.
That I think she is actually the one of the few artists that actually did become famous by going viral. Because we was talking about the other one,
Ice Spice.
there you go. Yeah.
No, a lot of them grew by going viral. Soulja Boy and all that. Soulja Boy might be with her because I'm
Ain't he
talking about
first
the
artist to
artists.
come out from going viral.
I'm talking about the artists that grew.
It was a rival when Soulja Boy
No,
was
no. I ain't talking about a rival. I ain't saying nothing about that.
No,
That's
a
Tim.
rival. Like you can go rival when Soulja Boy was out. Like that. It was
No,
such
I
He
thing
was
back
the
then.
first. He was the first.
He was the first artist to blow up from going viral on YouTube.
Yeah.
He was the very
Wow.
first one.
He was the first one
I
to
never
go
knew that.
viral off of anything, I think. He was like the Michael Jackson of this shit. He was he was Aaron Carter. He was like the nigga. He was, yeah. Like he went viral off some bullshit that people hated. Then Young Thug went viral off some bullshit that people hated. Then, and it was more, but I'm talking about the ones I remember. And then Sexy Red went viral off some shit people hated. But they hated it so much. And I was one of the ones that hated these songs. I started liking Young Thug songs. I never liked Soulja Boy
I was gonna
songs.
say I don't think people hated Young Thug song. I think people thought it
No,
was
they
so
hated it. They hated it, bro.
I think they
Bro,
thought
I
it was
remember
so
it, Tim.
ridiculous that it was funny.
Tim, they hated it. Tim, they hated it. I remember. I'm not bullshitting. That's like yesterday to me. That's like yesterday to me. They hated it.
Yeah, out
There
here,
were so many memes talking about the record companies and the music industry playing shit that you hate all day and forcing you to like it. It was so many, like it was posts everywhere, memes, posts, all kind of shit. That's when they started realizing what I already knew. And yeah, that shit happens. The industry make you like certain songs. I already knew that, but they just found it. I'm
That
telling
was
you,
my
bro.
shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was my shit. I liked that song. I liked that song. Just like I like the
Yeah, I
Sexy
did
Red.
too.
Oh, I love
Right.
you. You might
But
that's
I
my shit.
didn't want to like it. I didn't want to like none of these
Me and
songs.
you both, Neo. Me and you
Bodak Yellow,
both.
I didn't want to like these songs, but I ended up liking them, even though I didn't want to.
Yeah. Bodak Yellow, they played it so, and that was something I mentioned earlier about how from
No, it was tight. It was Baton Rouge.
like it was yeah, it was Bodak, it was Kodak Black is where she got the name from.
No,
She said Kodak, that's why she did Bodak Yellow because in reference to Kodak Black. That's what she said. She said that's why she named the song Bodak Yellow.
No,
She
that might
looks
be
yellow.
why she named it that. But I'm saying the sound of the song is Baton Rouge. And I done pulled up artists on calls multiple times that have the same rhyme flow. It's the same flow that Vaughn had. Everybody was like, where that flow come from? It come from here. It come from my city.
Right, but
I've been
something
hearing
I
that.
mentioned.
I've been hearing that for years, bro. And I'm just trying to rep for my city. Like we've been doing that. They just heard our music. That's all it was. That's
Right.
it.
And what I'm saying is, in my opinion, the popularity of that song, I think, is similar to how music industry used to be back in the days when we were younger, when the only medium we had was the radio. They play a song over and over, and over time you forget that you don't like it. You actually get to say, well, it ain't that bad. It ain't. It's okay. Then that
Bro.
transforms into, well, I kind of like it.
No, bro. You could say that with Young Thug. But with the Sexy Red song, you can't say that. Because ain't nobody been listening to the radio since
Right.
Sexy Red came out. Everybody had some sort of Bluetooth device that could let you listen to what you want to listen to. So if you listening to Sexy Red, it's because you chose to.
You chose to, right? That was the point.
That's the difference. That's the nuance. That's the
Today,
nuance.
that's the big.
That's what I said
That's
earlier.
the nuance.
Y'all chose to listen to Sexy Red. You could blame the industry on Soulja Boy, Tell 'em, and whoever else I said. I don't remember who it was, but you could blame
Anybody
it.
before that time, yeah. But in
Cardi
this time,
B.
in
You could blame the
2024,
industry on Cardi B. You could blame after Cardi B. You got to stop that bullshit. Y'all was listening. Y'all Google histories would tell us otherwise. Like, quit playing.
Your algorithm gonna tell on you. That's what I'm
Yeah.
your algorithm. So we gonna really say after Cardi B that it wasn't a choice? I would say like right before. I could say the verge of Nicki Minaj.
I think you said it backwards. I think you said it backwards. I'm saying before Cardi B, it wasn't a
Yeah,
choice.
I was asking you like, are we going to
No,
touch
I'm
and agree
saying
that it was?
before Cardi B,
Yeah.
it wasn't a choice. After Cardi B, it was a choice. You wasn't listening to the radio. You didn't hear Cardi B.
All right.
I didn't
Right.
listen to
I
the
can touch and
radio to
agree.
hear Cardi B. I could have, because she was on the radio. But I'm
But
saying
I
when
ain't
I
have
listen to
to.
Cardi B, it's because I typed in the song that was going viral, and I joined in that wave, and I
I'm
helped
going to
make
agree.
it go viral.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree. I'm
I
definitely going to
typed
agree.
that shit in. I typed when she did the little porn video. I typed that in. I watched it. I gave it some views. I gave it some energy.
Some lotion too.
It's a-
Look,
You know,
Tim,
like,
don't be doing that illegal shit, bro. Don't be, look.
Nah, I'm just
Tim,
having
we're
fun.
on YouTube.
I'm just having fun. All right, so let me see what this other brother. So this brother's video is titled "Why Every Man Must Stay Away from R&B Music." That's what. Oh, come on. Let's see what this man got to say.
He heard this shit before.
About R&B music and separate. We must come to realization that R&B music is a level. It's actually higher than just regular hip hop lustful music of separate, due to the fact that it's teaching you and it's telling you about love music. It's telling you about, giving strength to the woman, being there for the woman so much, or why wasn't the woman there? That's exactly what R&B music is. So if you really want to be your masculine self, you have to watch what you put inside your brain. Replace the R&B music, replace the lustful music with masculine music, with the word of God, and I guarantee you, you will have the renewal of your mind, and you will become more masculine than if you were to continuously listen to R&B music and giving the emotion.
All right, Keisha, why you put that in the notes?
Can I speak on that?
Go ahead.
I want to know
All
what
right.
the fuck is masculine R&B
Hey,
music.
hey, look. I'm about to cover all that in a couple words. I'm not long-winded. Look, that motherfucker was gay.
Oh, well,
look, I know y'all LGBTQ. What's the proper way to say it? I'm not trying to get nobody flagged, but
queer.
he was
Say queer.
queer.
Say queer.
If that's legal. Look, I'm gonna say LGBTQ. He was LGBTQ. That's what he was. Like when people try to pull you away from women, you gotta find that odd. Like, why? Like, women are beautiful. Women are God's creation. They might be better than men in a different way. In a different way, Tim. They're not better than men in a man way. Like, we do our own shit. We got our purpose. But they got their purpose too. And yeah, it ain't nothing that can replace a woman in my eyesight. He was trying to replace women. He might be LGBTQ.
You on mute, Tim? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna agree with the one love. Any type of man or woman that is sitting here telling you to listen to only feminine music or only masculine music, like what the fudge is that? Is some queer shit. That's
And that's what I was saying earlier too, about how they push the killing and drug dealing music in my era, and it's like even the female rappers was rapping about that, and then it segued into the promiscuous style of music, and that's become prevalent now within the female rap era, which is now, because right now the women are at the top of the even in the back chats. The women in our own competition to spit. Be sure to tune in to Spit on the Mic, catch the replay, Spit on the Mic before the beat off, No Diddy challenge. The women came in first and second place, left the men in the dust. It's the era of the women right now. You won't mute me, Neo, if you're talking.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you because the women did do their thing. Shout out to Keisha and Ivory Scales. They did their thing. They was number one and number two. Some people had different orders. I'm just saying. It was number one and number two. The men was like 3, 4, 5, 6. The men, everybody else that was male was behind them. Like, the women really showed up and showed out. They understood the assignment, and they had like a point to prove, I think, because they knew they was going up against men, and they knew
against
the
a bunch
stick.
of men. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't. I mean,
You
when
can't
you all
half
right,
step.
so
Ain't no half stepping for y'all. Y'all coming full force every time.
right, and the style of rap has to change. Like if I'm rap, especially me, because I'm a vulgar rapper, I'm a vulgar writer. However, when I'm around men, just like my conversation would change, the style of rap or what I'm rapping about has to change, so I could compete with them. And then here's another thing. I can't compete with them in femininity because I'm in their arena. So how the hell is that going to work? which I do hear a lot of. I mean, to piggyback off of what my man said, there's a lot of that in the music sphere, from consumer wise, where they want women to sound more feminine and rapping and say like, well, back in the day, women sounded feminine, and I'm like, well, no, they didn't. They had to compete in a male sport. They couldn't
But
be
some of them
dainty
women was
and all
gay.
that good shit.
Some of them women was gay. They had
Right. They have masculine traits and
yeah. They
but-
were just undercover. It wasn't cool to say LGBTQ. back
right.
then.
But to give it contrast, because we brought up Cardi B and Bodak Yellow, the award, she was the second woman to ever win that Grammy for the best female solo song.
But let's be real. We know a man wrote Bodak Yellow. We know that.
Right, but just to give I just want to give a context of how 2 decades can reflect the change in the society and how music reflects the society.
Jermaine Dupri might have been writing the Brad shit. I don't know.
Because for that Bodak Yellow,
there's that.
Bodak Yellow won that award, and the only other woman to win that award was like 19 years earlier, and it was Lauren.
I know Bodak Yellow was written by a man.
Right, and I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is because the show is about how the impact in society and how society impacts through music. Music's impact on society and society's impact on the music, how it's a circular, how it goes together. And the first woman to win that award before Cardi B was Lauryn Hill, and she won it for the songs "Watch Out, Girls, You Better Watch Out, The Guys Are Only Up, Want That Thing, That," and then 20 years later, That Thing. 20 years later, another woman wins that award for a song "Look a Little
But a
Bitch."
man wrote it.
If you want it to,
a man wrote it.
Right, and he won a Grammy right alongside of her.
I'm saying it's a difference. I think Lauryn Hill, because I know her abilities, and I think she wrote that herself. Cardi B did not write this herself, is what I'm saying. That's the difference. A man wrote this. A man won this award, and he put a female voice to his words.
And that
It
happens.
wouldn't have won an award if it wasn't a female voice to that song.
Because I get what Neil is saying, but that's just how that ghostwriting is a thing. That's just
they've been doing that.
Yeah, but it's
Whitney Houston won 99 awards, and she ain't
But
write a
you
bitch
can't
ass
compare somebody
Like-
with a ghostwriter to somebody who didn't have one.
But
what I'm saying. It's
no,
a
but I
different
don't think we're
level.
comparing.
We're not talking about comparing.
I'm saying it's a different level of artistry.
Right.
I get that. We agree with that, but we're not comparing.
And I
We're
do
saying
agree
who
with that
won.
because
He did compare. He brought up Cardi B and Lauryn Hill. He compared them, and you cannot compare them. I'm sorry, Tim. You can't compare
I'm
them.
not comparing them. I am comparing the society at large. 19
comparing us.
Listen, 19 years before, the song that won that award was "That Thing" by Lauryn Hill. Girls, you better watch out. Some guys are only about getting that thing. 20 years later, the same category of music was won again by another woman, and that song was "Look, Little Bitch, You Can't Fuck With Me If You Wanted To." That's what I'm saying. That's the difference in how the society was.
I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying, but you still compare the song by Cardi B to a song by Lauryn Hill, and I'm saying they're not the same. That's like you can compare Cardi B to Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Foxy Brown, all them. Not Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is a queen.
Yeah,
Talking
but
about the
Neo,
award.
I will
Talking about
say
the
this:
award.
none of them won the damn award. The Queen won the award, and then 19 years later, they gave it to a person like a Nicki Minaj.
It
Little
ain't no
Kim.
more queens. It ain't no more queens.
Things. I never said there was. I'm not calling them queens. I'm just saying they stopped giving it to women like that and gave
There
it
ain't no
to Cardi B.
more.
And
There
then
ain't no more.
we're not going to say like Cardi B makes better music or that song that she won an award. outbeats any fucking song. Little Kim, especially Foxy Brown. Shit, I pick Foxy Brown over Little Kim,
Y'all
but that's just
Man, look,
you
they the
know, like
same
that's
to
just
me.
me.
They the same
But
to me.
Y'all
They the
focus
same.
too much on who wrote the song when I'm talking about
Yeah,
the messaging. The
I
message.
I'm not
heard the
focused on the.
message. I
I'm
heard
not
that,
focused
Tim.
on the
And you
who
want
wrote
to keep
anything here.
you want to keep saying, I heard that. I understood what you were saying. I got your point. I think we all got it. If we didn't, I'm sorry. I think we did though.
I got it. I get both of y'all
I'm
points.
just saying it's still different. Cardi B compared to Lauryn Hill, that's like Nas compared to like Soldier Boy. That's not the same fucking lane, bro.
And that's the point. That's the point.
That's my point. So we in agreement.
Right, that's the point. I'm saying the award that so Nas won an award back in the days for having a bomb ass song, and then that same exact category is given to a Soldier Boy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I
yeah.
get it. The cheapening of the music. Yes, it happens.
Well, the
It's
cheaping up
going
the
on.
reward, not the music, the reward.
No, the
To get that
music.
reward
No,
is
the
been
music. It's the music. They
it's the
keep
music
to.
because they don't got no better. You're saying there's no better, there's no more kings and queens, so that's what they got.
None. That's all they
Okay,
got.
I got you. Okay,
What
right.
else? The last 20 years, there wasn't no kings and queens. It was a couple of them, but they didn't get much recognition. The guy with the little short dreadlocks that be rapping, the black ass nigga with the short dreadlocks. You know, Toby, the one more, whatever the fuck his name is.
Toby, shout out to Toby. I love your music.
Yeah,
He be going hard, but they be sleeping on him because he ain't talking about he married and shit. He got his wife on his videos with him. Like they ain't trying to hear him. That's what I'm saying.
I want to ask the YouTuber that made that clip: is Toby considered masculine music?
No,
Is
it's
Killer
not.
Mike considered masculine music? Because I listen
still
to
ain't.
conscious rappers as well, so I could name some people that you could listen to. I don't think you would like their message, but fuck
I
it.
still ain't heard Killer Mike, but I heard Toby, and it's not
You
really
gotta check 'em out.
masculine music. I heard that, but he got a woman on the video with him, so it makes it feel masculine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, a lot of Toby's music be real positive about keeping the family and everybody together.
Yeah, it'd be something an LGBTQ would say. And I know that sounds odd. I know that sounds odd, but like girl
I get
power,
what you're saying. I get what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah, I get it. I get it's
You would think
flipped in a way.
that
Yeah.
the LGBTQ would be against that, but the gay guys was always like taking the women back. Stop treating her like that and rolling their necks, and that's how they was.
I don't think Toby music is like that. I don't think
It is.
well,
It is.
I don't think Toby music is on the
Fellas,
queer side.
am I wrong or what? Is Keisha right? Am I?
I don't think it. I think it's very conservative and family oriented. Remember, he got his wife in there, his sisters in there.
I get what he's saying. Talking about the levels of energy. Positivity is considered. It's considered. I ain't saying it is. I'm saying it's considered to be feminine energy and aggression.
No, positive. Because I do positive music, and I don't think mine is feminine. But
yeah,
it's a you keep treat Derek Jackson ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually the Kevin Samuels shit. You don't have enough money to approach that woman.
I don't think Toby talks about that though. He
No,
got a
I
wife.
ain't say
Talk
he
about his wife.
did.
Yeah.
I said Toby and I said Kevin. I spoke on both of them. Both of them, I felt like it was some gray areas in their masculinity. That's all.
Okay. I mean, I can accept that as an opinion. I would have to you would have to explain that shit a little bit more after the show because I'm like,
I used to get in arguments with Paul about Kevin Samuels. I thought. I thought he
Well, the
wasn't in the
Kevin
limit.
Samuels part, I understand. Even when you're talking about Toby as far as fashion, I get it. I mean, shit, you can
The
talk about the shit that
fashion,
he
the
wear.
subject,
I'd be
the
like,
subject,
okay, okay.
everything he talk about. Listen to any one of his songs that mention a black queen, and it sound like something an LGBTQ would say. That's all I'm saying.
It's because he's talking positive
No,
on
no,
or
no. It's a
uplifting.
way you can. It's a way you can talk positive and not sound LGBTQ. Now I don't know if Tupac was, but I'm gonna say on Dear Mama he didn't sound LGBTQ. There's some rumors about Puffy coming out. I've been saying some shit for years too, but I'm just saying, like when Pac made Dear Mama, he didn't sound LGBTQ, even if he was. It didn't have that feel. Toby music has that feel and sound. Like I'm caping
I
for
must not
all
know.
womanhood. Like yeah.
Mm.
I might be
That
wrong.
might be more feminist than LGBTQ then. Unless, that is
Well,
associated
no,
with
that's the
one another.
same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
Like,
unless that's associated with one another, then I'm like,
yeah,
oh, well, then
yeah. I'm saying most of the alphabet letter men that's in that community be protecting women and be on that feminist stuff too. That's their kick.
right now, if you're on anything that's trending, whether it's supporting the female energy or supporting the masculine energy, it's all gonna come off as pandering to the opposition. So it is what it is on that. And it's trending. So it's a trending subject. It's a trending it's making money right now. Like,
Did Tupac sound like he was pandering on Brenda's Got a Baby and Dear Mama?
I don't know. That's before my time, baby.
What?
It
Not
is,
at
man. I
all.
was like,
He wasn't
before
pandering.
my
He didn't.
time.
He didn't sound like he was pandering at all.
Hey, he didn't. He did. That's all I'm saying. It was a masculine way to say all this lovey-dovey shit about women, and it did not sound like simp shit or pandering shit.
What is simp? Can you give me a example of what is simp and pandering to women in a rap song?
Shit you don't believe.
And what song would that be? Can you give me an example of a song?
Probably all the boys and me. Keith Sweat. But damn
Yo,
sure Keith Sweat.
I
All
make
the
love
King
to
Sweat.
you like you want me to,
Yeah,
and
that was
I
simp
hold
shit.
you tight. So
Yeah.
anything catering to a woman is simp and
Like
pandering.
completely catering to her. Like fuck my needs. Lil Wayne, I don't care if you was a prostitute and you fucked every man that you ever knew, I would still make love to you with no rubber. I changed some of the words, but that I don't remember the words.
And no rubber.
It was close.
Stars in the mountains, I give you everything. I couldn't give him that stuff.
But that was good music back then. That goes back to the beginning of this live, and we were talking about the music between back then and right now. And the guy, one of the videos or the clips we were playing, he was like the cat hit different back then, and now we're at the conversation where we're like, okay, that was pandering and sip music, and maybe it was something to pander and sip to back then.
I don't think all of it was pandering and simp music. You know, like
Is Temptations pandering and sip music?
not all of it, maybe some of it.
Not all of it.
I'm not gonna justify their whole category.
All right, because I was about to.
Now, is there an R&B song that's out now that's not making the song? The song is about love, but it actually means the feeling of love and not the act of having sex and just trying to water it down because they don't want to say fucking.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, no,
Hours and
wait,
Hours by
wait,
the
hold
by the
on.
chick. That's a brand new song.
Hold on. I
forget
want
who
to
it
say
is.
I do that a lot, and when I do that, I still mean love. Love is the same thing. It's the same emotion, the same area of your brain that's activated, the same area of your being. You can say it's your heart, your brain, however you look at it. It's the same area that's activated in both of these moments. You can't differentiate between the two like that because it's not that different. You know, a man that's trying to please a woman is doing that from a place of love. A man that's trying to get his rocks off is doing it from a place of self-love, and that's different. But I'm saying a man that's really, you know,
Yeah,
It's
and
I'm not trying
hours
to
and
get vulgar.
hours and hours and hours, though she make a sexual reference too.
I'm saying
well, in
sex don't
every last
mean.
song there's a sexual
No,
reference,
it's
but
I'm
not.
saying sex
yes, it
references don't
is.
mean it's not about love. Is what I've been saying the whole time. I don't
I'm
know
going
if
to
I said
agree
it
with
wrong.
you. I'm like, whether it has a sexual
There's nothing
reference or
wrong
don't,
with
it
sex.
doesn't mean that it's not about love, though.
Yeah, sex is a part of love. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to agree with the love doctor over that.
Yeah,
Like, yes, I'm going to say,
Neo.
yeah, they have made many songs that is about love, male and female today. I can
Yeah,
name a couple.
one of my personal songs, shameless plug, but one of my personal greatest love songs right now is Cantaloupe. I think it's a love song. Like it's sexual, but it's still love. 'Cause everybody in love have sex. Like let's be grown up.
Absolutely.
That's what we do when we love somebody. We have sex with them.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be in love to have sex. That's what I'm saying.
No,
There's that
you don't.
demarcation.
But you can talk about sex in a loving way, and you can talk about sex in a slutty way. It's two differences. It's a difference between the bitch you fuck and you don't want nobody in your family to meet, none of your boys to meet her, none of this shit. This just the jump off.
Right.
And the
No,
woman you
I
having
get it.
sex with, and the woman you having sex with that you in love with, there's a difference.
Yeah.
But both of them is sex.
Right.
There's a
It's
difference
I know,
between those.
and I get and I acknowledge that and
That's
get
all
that
I'm
too.
saying.
It's the difference between bumping grinding by R. Kelly and I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men, you know.
Bump and grind might have been about love. He could have had a weird ass love. It could have been.
R. Kelly was a freaky ass nigga.
Yeah, he was freaky, but he was in love. Like he would have killed niggas over these women he was freakily in love with. Like, yeah. Like sexual shit don't make it not love. That's all I'm trying to say.
I agree.
I could want to put this woman on a ceiling fan, you know, and just not trying to go vulgar because we lied. I could want to put this woman on a ceiling fan, and that could be love. But I could want to put this woman on a ceiling fan and not give a damn about her. It could be two different motives. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to agree. And like I say again, we got a couple of songs. We got a guy named Solomon, Solo Mine, and he got a song called Can I Call You Rose? It is the most beautiful. Yeah, that's his name.
Not Solar Mind back here.
No. It's an actual artist. It's SOLOMON. It's the most beautiful
mind,
song.
like one mind.
Yeah, like Solo Mine. And it's the most beautiful song. It gives you like the feel of a 1965 feel, but very modern day, very Bruno Mars and the little people that he was fucking with that made 24 Karat Gold music.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
I forget who they are, but yeah, it's very that type music.
I'm sorry. We gonna have to. I may have to step away briefly.
Where is you going?
Because this show is about music, and Kenny didn't finally put up.
Oh goddamn! Kenny did not put nothing up. Is it gonna be classic or is it gonna be like for the spur of the moment?
It's in Spooky 3.
You gonna play it?
It'll he used a 50 Cent beat, it'll flag the live.
Damn.
I want to hear it. I did Spooky 3, damn it. Forward it to me. Somebody send it to me. You or Neo. God damn it.
Tim, you send it or I need to send it? Because I can send it.
I can do it right now. I just sent it to the usual suspects because it popped right up.
Neo, you in there?
Yeah, I'm in there.
It's the group we never use and shit.
Oh god damn. What, like, I think it was Russ. I think we don't use it because of Russ. Because we all know subconsciously that Russ is in there.
Don't say that on the live.
Oh man. I'm too lit to lie. I'm too lit to lie. This is
I'm
true.
too lit to lie right now.
I'm gonna have to bow out though because I gotta get my kids their dinner and stuff made. If y'all still on, I'll be back.
How long we gotta be on? Okay. All right, Tim.
No.
Feed
All right,
the baby.
Tim, I'm gonna just
Feed them babies.
Peace.
I'm gonna end the show. Shoot, listen, we don't need that long to talk
Why
about
we
music.
ending it?
You want to still
All
go?
right, go ahead, end it. You ready? You running? You scared because Tim going?
Well, that's my
You want to go
co-host.
hear what Kenny put up?
Oh,
Yeah, I
she trying
really
to hear
do.
it.
Like I'm really trying to go and go sneak off into the bad chat. But
All right, if y'all want to end it, I do need to get back to. Yeah.
everybody got lives. It's 10 o'clock over here. It's school day. Sorry to say. So we're gonna end this show. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for coming. Until next time, see you guys next Monday.
He said, "Come now."
Peace,